In this podcast, I'm going to talk about the substitution income effect. The substitution effect is when a consumer remains on the same indifference curve after a price drop. It helps us understand that. So let's imagine two products, X and Y. Total income is $150. The price of X is $15. So if the consumer spends all their money on X, they can buy 10 of X, right? They'll have 150 divided by 15. Now, if the price of Y is $7.50, they can buy 20 of Y. So the budget line looks like this. If we put an indifference curve in, the consumer will consume at this point here, which is at 14Y and 3X. Now the total effect, if price of X falls, we're going to look at that first. So let's say price of X falls to $6. That means that the budget line will shift out. So we take 150 divided by 6, which is equal to 25. So the bottom where point B is going to shift out to 25. The consumer will want to consume at a higher indifference curve at where X is equal to 12. The total effect is X, the consumption of X goes up by 9. 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. Now we're going to look at the substitution and income effect. We're going to isolate the two. Like before, the budget line rotates and shifts out. This time, I'm going to reduce the budget line inward and take away income to force them back upon the same indifference curve. So what happens is income is reduced to force the consumer back on the same indifference curve. So they're forced to consume at a level of 8x. The substitution effect is the change in the marginal rate of substitution, or the slope of the line. So the consumer moves down the indifference curve. The substitution effect is 8 minus 3, or 5. That's the substitution effect. And one more time, what that means is the consumer, since the price of X falls, they will substitute X for Y. Now let's put the old indifference curve and the first one in, where the consumer would consume at level 12. 12 minus 8 is equal to 4, and that's the income effect. The total effect is 9, just like it was before. And that is the substitution income effect.